Okay, so welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today I'm doing a What's in Your Purse travel edition, in particular international 24-hour, actually the first trip was 36 hours, adventure. So we're just gonna hop in because I've been home a couple days and I've been having to dig through my purse to get to the things I need. To begin with, I'm also going to throw in random tips throughout this adventure because I've been fortunate enough to travel a fair amount in my lifetime and I've learned a couple of things. So, to begin with, this is my bag. It is a below-the-belt bag. I don't remember the name exactly. We'll just hold it a little bit better. It has long fringe. It's open. It has a couple side pockets and then one larger pocket inside as well, pretty much like any other normal purse. First tip, however, I hate this bag for traveling for a couple of reasons. First of all, a great travel purse would be something that zips on top, so you are able to throw it in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you and not have to worry about your items falling out. Also, talk about how annoying this long fringe is. Honestly, the only reason I use it for this trip as for a carry-on is because I was going away, fun fact, I spent Christmas break in Brazil because I'm in a long-distance relationship and my boyfriend lives in Brazil and he says hi, by the way. But this was the only purse I brought with me and I thought it'd be a fun purse to bring for my time in Brazil. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll just use it as my carry-on. Not my wisest decision. Nothing bad happened, thankfully. I didn't lose any items all across the airplane floor, but it was kind of a hassle to travel with because the tassel was getting everywhere. And long story short, find something that zippers and find something that doesn't have too many random decorations on the outside that could potentially get in the way. Okay, so I also had another bag that was more of my laptop book bag, other things that I didn't necessarily think I'd be reaching for that often throughout the travels, which was this Hayden Harnett bag. I believe it was the Hayden Harnett 4 Target line. This one I love. This one's great. It is the opposite of my pink bag. It zips, it has a million great compartments. It only has the handles you really need on the outside, but that is neither here nor there and we will not go into that bag right now. Maybe in another video. Comment below if you want to see another video with what I take with my book bag for traveling. Okay. For this video so far though, for this bag rather, if you reach right in, sitting on top was the teddy bear that he gave me because I was flying on my way back home. But that is only a sentimental necessity and I don't expect everyone to need to have one of those. What I did find kind of as a very useful tip was to change out your normal wallet, but remind yourself that you did that because the last thing you want to be doing is stressfully looking for your wallet with all of your information when you're exhausted and forget the fact that you switched it all out. Because I was going to, I don't know where it is, I was going to bring my normal wallet, but it's massive and that's just extra weight and extra room that I didn't need to be using up. So what I did was I switched everything I needed into just kind of a cloth pouch. This one is from Sephora and it just had passport and different currency. And then I also kept all of my, hi neighbor, walking by, watching me. And then I also kept all of my boarding passes and whatnot right in here. This was easy, bright colored, kept it right, I don't want to say right on top because that's not your best bet for money and passports and whatnot, but I kept it easy enough for me to grab. Plus, this doesn't necessarily look like a wallet. This looks more like a makeup bag, so when people see it, people would be less tempted, so to speak. So I kept that. Keep going right in. Traveling with liquids. So, for the majority of my experiences, I've never had an issue just keeping my liquids separate and whatnot, even though I know they say keep them in a plastic bag all together. I learned the hard way, however, one time going through customs in Scotland when they made me take out all the liquids and put it into a special bag. Since that day, even though Brazilian airports don't even require your liquids to be separate, I do keep them all in a separate Ziploc bag. I have my moisturizer. It's really important to keep your skin nourished during your travels, especially because of that dehydrated, horrible, recycled airplane air. I have a little hand sanitizer. This is the Thieves Oil. That's an essential oil blend. I also keep a really rich hand cream. This is actually a foot cream, which is kind of a trick that I like to use because foot cream are so much more rich and that's just really great. Just slather on your hands before you pass out on the plane. Though I will say this one is very fragrant and that's kind of a no-no when you're on planes, is to take super fragrant things. But you know what, whatever. It also just had different, it had my toothpaste, little travel toothpaste, little travel mouthwash. This bag has been through a lot. It did have some lip gloss, an OCC lip tart, other lip stain, lash glue, which leads me to my next item, the fact that I am the kind of traveler that brings my entire makeup collection with me on the plane, because God forbid my luggage gets lost and I lose my investment in my makeup. So, especially because I'm the kind of person who is not going to be able to just necessarily run out to a drugstore and repurchase everything, because I'm more particular with ingredients. I do travel with my entire makeup collection. As noted in this bag though, I take out all the liquids, such as the lash glue and the OC lip tar and whatnot, and I threw them in here. If you want to see exactly what makeup I took with me with my time to Brazil, I can absolutely do a video about that. And I'm also a big, another tip here, use different size containers for things. Don't let things float around. These are little pouches that are so easy to find, are lifesavers, honestly. Because the next little pouch just kind of had my other go-to non-liquid ingredients. So I had a chapstick, some shine sprays. This chapstick is a lifesaver. It's the Pangea Organics Lip Balm and Pyrenees Lavender with Cardamom. Talk about the most moisturizing chapstick ever. I also had kind of a little nasal inhaler just to kind of help clear out the nasal passages, because air, like I said, on airplanes and airports stinks. So this is an Olba's Natural Inhaler. It just smells like mint and it helps kind of clear everything out. Also had some Arnica Gel tablets. This is kind of a holistic, all-natural pain reliever. Just because headaches and things happen when you're traveling, and that's the worst. Travel comb. Lint roller, a little packet, little emery boards, some Q-tips, little panty liner, you know, whatever. And then what I do is I have recently started traveling without makeup, which is quite a humbling little experience for someone like me. And so face wipes are something that is, or face wipes of the kind that are cleansing and then also moisturizing, such as the Yes to Blueberries Age Refresh Cleansing Facial Towelettes with apple and lemon peel, so they cleanse and moisturize all in one. Long story short, this is a great deal, a multi-task product like this, because you can cleanse without having to worry about grabbing an extra moisturizer. Although I do. You can cleanse in the middle of the plane. I did it on a plane ride once, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me about 15 minutes to talk myself into pulling out a wipe and putting on moisturizer while I was sitting in the row. What came down to it is that why should I really care about what anyone else thinks? So that was a fun little kind of stopover thinking moment for me. Let's see what else I have in here. Some wrappers from some cough drops. I didn't have a cough, but it was just kind of nice to have something to be able to take that bad taste out of your mouth, or just kind of have something as a little refresher. A couple napkins. I pretty much, when I'm traveling, if I ever stop to eat anything, I always grab some napkins, because the last thing you want to do is be on the plane ride, spill something, anything. I blew up a ranch packet and it got on the person's pants next to me. That was fun. So I always keep extra napkins on me. I also have a little luggage tag. That's just because I haven't thrown that out yet. Mints. Oh, always a good idea. More napkins. Deodorant. Yes, this is the Tom's Long Lasting. This is actually the men's deodorant in Mountain Spring. This is just the scent that I find is least irritating for me of Tom's deodorant. I'm really trying to find a good natural deodorant. That's a hard voyage right there, but I'm in the middle of testing one out, so if you want to hear more about that, subscribe. Click that subscribe button below right now, by the way, if you've been liking my channel so far. I really genuinely appreciate it. What else do I have in here? Part of my phone charger. I always try to keep phone chargers, cords, have a charger for all of your appliances. Have that in your checklist, whether it's a mental checklist or a physical checklist as you're packing your carry-on. You don't want to not have a charger because you never know what's going to happen. Headphones. Same story. Another boarding pass. Okay, well that is all that was in this bag. Except for a couple wrappers maybe. This was the bag that I kept on the seat in front of me and I reached to most often, so that's why it had those more useful items in it. I also did take out, I remember I did this while I was traveling, so I took out my journal. I always keep a notebook with me and a pen. This was in my laptop bag, but I transferred it during one of the flights. And then I always have a book with me, even though I only read about 2 chapters maybe, and this one is The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. So I always do have something to do on a flight with me in my bag that I keep under under the seat in front of me, because also another tip is you don't want to split the things out that you're going to want to access in between the bag that's ahead of you and the bag above you rather, and the bag that is below you in the seat in front of you. So that's something I always try to keep everything I really know I'm going to want to access on the flight in the bag that's going to be in front of me. As for other things I've learned and things I make sure I always have with me or to wear or whatever, I always bring a neck pillow. These, you know, I used to really make fun of people and think that these do nothing, but they are the difference between waking up with sharp pain in your neck or waking up with just kind of, you know, being uncomfortable. So I'd rather just be a little uncomfortable from the long plane ride versus, you know, sleeping crazy like this and hating myself for the whole next, you know, 30 hours for having a horrible neck pain. Just to over-exaggerate that a little bit. Another tip I found is I always travel in wool socks, even if I'm traveling to or from a hot climate. Reason being is that wool socks will help your feet breathe more, and they also retain heat when you need it, but they breathe well so that when your feet are overheating, they're not going to just remain super sweaty. They're going to let that extra moisture exit. So that's a big lifesaver for me, honestly. I also take my boots off or shoes off as soon as I get onto the plane. Is that weird? I don't know. I just find it most comfortable. As for what boots I wear, I have worn these the past, I don't know, 4 trips I've gone on, and these are my Steve Madden boots. Always wear shoes that are easy to take on and off, and that are also sensible for walking. I know it's really super cute to be the person who gets off the plane all like dressed to the nines with heels. Trust me, I've been that person before, but it just doesn't make sense, and especially if you're traveling international, don't be that person. Come on now. I also almost always travel in leggings, but that's possibly just me. Another actual tip being, though, either wear a massive scarf with you to be able to use as a blanket or a long sweater. The sweater I wore was a really closely knit cashmere blend one. It's actually in the wash right now, or being washed right now, so I can't show it. But it was just very warm and cozy. I was able to wrap that around as a blanket as well. So either a large scarf or a sweater. If you're someone who gets cold easily, like I am, that's going to be the game changer for you as well. I always keep a bottle of water with me as well. Flying is so dehydrating. Try to stay away from the coffee and the alcohol while you're flying. I drink so much orange juice and water when I fly. It's ridiculous. The only reason I don't have a bottle of water with me right now is because I think I only had a plastic bottle during this trip, and I probably recycled it as soon as I got home because I don't like to drink from plastic bottles on a constant basis. So those, I believe, are all of my tips and what was in my bag for traveling. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, if you learned something. Comment below what you do when you travel. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more, because I have so much more coming for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.